morning and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Free Spirit Friday and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays with Marketplace Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course, Free Spirit Friday. You know, Friday I like to pour into your soul. I like to open your mind. This week we have been talking about finding your joy and spreading it. It is also Jazz Fest Friday, so the last segment I have a special for you. If you're hungry right now, you'll be more hungry when you finish this show. We have a show packed with all kind of food to open your mind. And make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. That is at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel. Why? Because you never want to miss a show. We have over 186, 7, 8, 9, 90 shows at this point there. So make sure you go follow us because it's the good life. We are going to jump into the show. That was a lot for me to say, huh? Mm-hmm. You're like, how you practice?
Because this is what you do.
Because this is what I do.
Yep.
If you all don't know that voice, by the end of this show, you do. You know what? I just want you to say your business name. Just the first part.
We that.
There you go. There you
that.
go. We that. And we that is in the studio with the good life
we live
today. We live. Oh, I like that. I like that. We are live this morning at WBOK. We have Greg Tillery in the studio. Greg Tillery in the studio. He is a New Orleans 7th Ward native. He had a dream. He started out cooking in his food truck. His menu was simple: chicken and wings and those Cajun fries that everyone loves. It didn't take you very long to blow up, and I'm so excited to have you here in the studio today. It is a story of food, family, and faith.
Yep.
Yeah, I done a little studying on you. Looking at me like, I know a little something. So eyes gonna come out on this. That's what it's all about. Because that's for me what the is all about. We can talk that talk every day, and we have businesses and people see you out there doing your thing, but they don't know your story.
Right.
And they think that, oh, last week, Greg popped off and he's opening his Gentilly store soon, and it's just been, easy, and everything has just been, roses and everything else. But you know what? People need to understand the story because you started this in a food truck.
Right.
Self.
Right.
And most people, they have a dream, but they're like, I don't want to do it myself. But that's how it starts. So give us a little bit of your story and exactly, where you started from.
So basically, I started I was working in corporate America for, I did that for probably about 7 years. And
because you are an Edna Carr graduate and a Tuskegee graduate, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha.
So I graduated from Edna Carr. Shout out to them Cougars.
Shout out. See, you still have that purple on. That's why.
Hey, that's where that purple come from.
Uh-huh.
That's where that purple come from. So I graduated from Carr. Then I went to Tuskegee University in Alabama. Then landed an internship with Nike in Oregon, in Beaverton, Oregon. And by me landing that internship, when it was time for me to apply for different companies, and put that on my resume when I was a graduating senior at Tuskegee, shout out to them Golden Tigers in Alabama. But, it was easy because that Nike is a real sexy company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's just international.
Right, exactly. So,
we that.
Exactly. There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, so I did that, and then that was just a conversation piece for a lot of different companies, and the company that I chose to go and work with was Frito-Lay.
Oh, wow.
And, I did that for about 7 years or whatever the case may be, and then Frito-Lay, which is directly tied into PepsiCo, did a company-wide layoff, and they laid off probably about 2,500 people.
Wow.
And
that's a big layoff.
And the people that they was laying off was the people that was making the most money, which was the people that been at that company the longest. So
they don't want to pay y'all retirement.
Well, the thing about it is that when they do what these companies do is that when they do these layoffs, they start at the top. But they forget about these are the same people that's been in the trenches with me for 20 and 30 years that helped me build my company.
Exactly.
So when they did that, that was just an eye-opener for me that I knew, you know what, I can't depend on somebody else to put a roof over my head and put food on my table. So, that's when I was looking into doing the food trucks. That's when the Phenom, probably about 5, 6 years ago, was just on fire. You know, they had the TV shows and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I was like, you know what, this is something that I can do. I know I can bring it to New Orleans, and, you know, with my personality and just, just loving people, you know, I was like, I know I can, you know, make this ring noise and, you know, draw a lot of attention in the city. And, you know, just with God, man, you know, you look back at it 5 years later, man, and we here. So
5 years later.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's been I think it's like 4 years to be exact, man. Like that, like all of this, like just the whole transformation and transition in my life has happened. You know, from the food truck to Canal Street to now opening up a restaurant with my brother Spitter. So, you know, shout out to my brother Currency, man. So, you know, it's just been a blessing, man. That's it.
And it's funny because you don't even know this. And we have a weird connection. About 2 years ago, when before I had my own show, I was with someone else, and they were doing a festival, and you were one of the food trucks at that festival.
What festival?
It was, it was a music festival during the Saints games on the corner of Poydras, a long time ago.
Yep, I remember that.
I was working
in that parking lot. I do remember that.
I was working with them. I was a co-host for them, and you were there. And I remember I was like, I just remember you and your spirit and your energy. And so it's amazing. Look how God works.
Yeah.
He brings us back around.
He's good.
So, all the time. All the time. So speaking of that, your family is so instrumental. I see the bond that you have with your mom and the bond that you have with your brother. See, your face lit up when I said your mom. Your face lit up when you had your mom. You know, I have a son, and I know that bond, you know, we love our girls, but, you know, that bond is, for me, it's a little bit different. And, you know, to see, you know, you and your family and how instrumental that is along the way, how has it been for you to have your family along the way with you?
Man, it's been great, man. It's a blessing. I think it's something that everybody, everywhere, you know, kind of dreams about, to be able to put yourself in the position of God, to put you in a position to be able to take care of the people that, you know, you've been through everything with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything.
They
you
know
know,
everything. They don't see the struggle.
Everything.
They've seen the blood, sweat, tears.
Everything. But it ain't. It's not even. It's deeper than just what I've been through. I'm talking about just everything. You talk about, these are your family members that were sitting next to you at your grandmother's funeral.
Right.
That's going through the same thing.
Right.
These are people that was putting food on you, like feeding you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, this is your family. This is people that you struggled with.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's no better feeling, man, than to be able to help my family. And, you know, I don't know how many family members I got that work with me, but I got a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot. I got my brothers. I got my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I got people that's been friends of mine since I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's working with me. And I say working with me, not working for me. So, you know, it's a blessing, man, and it feels good, man, to be able, and that just, but it's a lot of pressure, because you got family members that depending on you. Right. And if you mess up, then your whole family,
up, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know, but
everything comes with a little,
adversity.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I receive it, man. I take it for what it is. I take it in stride, man. I try to keep a smile on my face. And, you know, like the other day I had my moment where I was like, man, like it was just a rough day. And like this was happening, that was happening, this was happening, this was happening. And like, you know, I just looking out the window, man, I just had tears out my eyes, tears coming down my eyes, like sitting right next to my mom. And, you know, she just immediately started praying. Like, she just immediately started praying over me. And, you know, I was just like, thank you, Ma. And it just meant a lot to me, you know. And it's just having that support and having her, like, by my side. And she's not here today because Jazz Fest is going on, so there's nowhere to park. So she was just trying to get me here, like she always does, just to make sure that I'm straight. Right. You know, and then she probably listening somewhere. So, if she can hear me, Ma, I love you. I'll be calling in about 30, 40 minutes to come pick me up. But, you know, it's just, that's my best friend. Yeah. You know, that's my best friend. And just thankful for her, and I'm just thankful for my family. That's it. Absolutely. You know?
So, chicken and fries.
Yep.
It started with chicken and fries.
Yep.
Why chicken and fries?
Well, because, you know, I'm a wing connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a wing connoisseur. You know, when you think about wings, man, and you think about, I know when I think about wings, I think about family gatherings. I think about sporting events. I think about parties. I think about a good time. You know what I'm saying?
And I love a good week.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it's a universal thing. You know, so I just, you know, it was just something that I love.
It made you happy. You started
when
we talked about chicken wings.
Yeah, because, man, you know, that's what I do. You know, this is.
So how long have you been eating chicken wings? Was it like something you loved, like as a kid?
Man, look, let me tell you something. Yes. Man, you got to think about it, man. You know, you from New Orleans, you eat fried chicken and red beans every Monday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, man, I love, man, look, man, I love chicken. You know what I'm saying? I love chicken, man. But, you know, it's just feel-good food. Mm-hmm. It make me feel good.
Right.
So, you know, it's just, you know, I just get a smile on it, man, because, you know, I know that it's a lot of people that comes in the restaurant and, like, they come from near and far, man. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, just to see everything that's unfolding, man, I have people come from Canada, wow. Jamaica, I mean, just Australia. Like, wow. And it's just,
Can you believe it?
No. But you know what? Yeah. Because, you know, you wonder, like, man, I can't believe God blessed me like this. Like, where's this blessing come mm-hmm. from and this and that? And then you sit down and you think. And then it's like, oh, God will put it on your mind. Like, you remember when you went out your way to do this for this person. Mm-hmm. And nothing happened right then and there. Yeah. But here we go right here. So it's just, yeah, I mean, so I do understand and I do believe it because I go through my life, you know, every day. How can I help the next person out? Right. So, you know, right. I'm not surprised that anything is happening the way it's happening, but, you know, it's just a blessing. Like, it's unreal though. It's like now, like, this is the stuff that I used to dream about, being in that neighborhood right across the street.
Where'd you grow up?
In the 7th Ward, in that shotgun house, 2636 O'Reilly Street.
Wow. Around the corner,
literally.
Right
around the corner. I went to E.D. White, Langston Hughes, right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I used to be at Stallings Park right across the street swimming every summer. I didn't play for Stallings. I played for Hunter's Field. Underneath the bridge, yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
I'm just playing.
No, but you know, and that's
all love, though, right?
It is all love, and that's one of the things that I have an even stronger love for than chicken, and that's the youth. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to my partner Keenan Lewis. Shout out to my brother Keenan Lewis, and I talked to Jacoby Jones. Shout out to my brother Jacoby Jones last night, and we gonna get these parks back up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get these parks back up. You know, these kids don't have nowhere to... There's so many parks in different neighborhoods that's closed down. And it's why? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How is the neighborhood... You know, I got a word from somebody in the neighborhood that one of the parks, they're trying to close... One of the playgrounds, they're trying to close down and make that playground into a dog park. What? And yeah... So, you know, it's just, you know, I just feel like we've lost touch of, like, what's really important. And I just have to use my platform that God has given me, along with the platform of other influential people, mm-hmm. To help, you know, really turn things around and really focus on what's really important. And what's really important is the youth. To me. That's what's important to me.
I know. I have all kind of surprises for you this show, but here's a surprise for you. At French Quarter Fest, I met you and I said, you know, I'd love to have you on. And my partner actually saw you there too. So, you know, God is good, and that's why you're here. But you also met these two young boys. Okay. They're 13 years old. One of them is my son. Okay. You took a picture with them. Okay. And you gave them your number, and you said, if you ever need something, call me. Yeah. And you don't even know that, so I'm telling you that right now. Yeah. And he sat in the car and he was like, we met the guy. And I just started laughing because I was like, I had just met you. Yeah. But look how it comes back around. So this isn't just something you say. You do this every single day. Every day. We want to thank you. I want to give your locations before we go to break. But when we come back, I have some. We're going to get more in depth. We're going to get more in depth. Yes, right, absolutely.
That's cool. I'm ready.
So tell us where your locations are. They're hungry right now. It's almost lunchtime. They can't leave work yet. They can't get to Jazz Fest, but they want to eat Weedat. Yeah. How do they do that?
It's 1407 Canal Street, right there across the street from the Joy Theater. And we got a new location opening up, 4500 Old Tillery Road. And I'm opening that up with my brother Currency, the hospital.
We will be right back. We are in the studio with Greg Tillery of Weedats. It started as Weedats Food Truck. It is Weedats Chicken and Shrimp. They have one location. They are opening to 2. They are right now local, but they will be worldwide. Open your mind to living different in the world. Stay tuned to The Good Life, y'all. It's Free Spirit Friday. We'll be right back.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I'm glad he's here. That's some more stuff. You call some stuff.
All right. That was great.
I'm good, but if you can bring waters, that'd be lovely. I like having an assistant. He's like, y'all need something? I was like, yeah, I'll take some waters. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. That he'll be here. No, I'm gonna tell him so we can connect them if he wants somebody over there. And also, Roy Glappion's on the board over there for the foundation. I'm gonna hook him up with him too.
Please.
Please.
Oh,
Ron, you're the man.
Thank you,
Did I ever tell you the man? You're the man. You want to do us another favor?
Another favor.
Take pictures from the other side of the glass. Take pictures from the other side of the glass. But only good pictures. Don't take bad pictures. We only like good pictures.
Man, I got you live. What's your name on Instagram? I posted a picture.
Oh, at TGL Radio Show.
I'm gonna let you put it in now.
No, with him in it too. Oh, I know, because you can walk in front right there. Leo will let you do it. Oh, you're catching the glare. Is it a good picture? If it's not, we don't want it. It's not a good picture. I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, I was looking.
You got it.
We can take them after. We can take them after.
Oh no, we good. I got a employee on show today, man.
Just the devil trying to be busy.
How much time we got until we go back on?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
You good. We are here, and actually I'm about to share it on all of our other social media platforms. Well, the live on WBOK. Actually, can I share it on? Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Are y'all following us on all of our social media platforms? That is Weedat Food Truck, Weedat Food Truck on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's what you're gonna say after you eat his food.
Oh man. What's up, y'all?
Hi, this is Mark Morial.
Mark Morial.
Oh, I'm gonna get you to drop one, and have you. I'm gonna get you to make one.
Yeah.
So when I go, when I say the same thing, when I go and do my last little food thing, we can. Lee, he can't hear us. When he's staying on for the next segment, but when I go to break, when I go do the Food for Jazz Fest, can we have him do a drop? You are listening to the Good Life, tune into the Good Life radio show with Eileen Carter weekdays at 11 a.m. Or this is Greg Tillery, Weedat. And so we'll play it the same way we do Mark Morales. Please.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Free Spirit Friday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK, opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. You never have to miss a show. If you miss this show, you can always go rewind. We are on Facebook Live right now. Make sure you catch us or you can share it. Open your mind. Share, and share alike. If you're not hungry, you'll be hungry by the end of the show because we have in studio Greg Tillery of Weedat Chicken and Shrimp, formerly Weedat Food Truck, which has now grown, not from just one spot, but two opening very soon in Gentilly, right? Well, as soon as I posted that, people were like, oh, when are they opening in Gentilly? I'm hungry now.
Right.
So they are ready for you to open, and they are ready for this conversation. Greg.
Yes.
Well, first of all, you were down here for Jazz Fest. So give me a little bit about what's your connection to Jazz Fest this year? What's going on?
So I'm the sponsors for the Jazz Fest presents billboards and VH1. Like they have a 20th anniversary, and it's to Save the Music, and Wyclef is actually doing it at the House of Blues this weekend. So I'm one of the sponsors for that, and you know, it's just, you know, like we talked about before we went to break. It's just these kind of things that's going on and happening, man, is just unreal. So you're telling me tomorrow, like, I'll be able to cater food for Wyclef Jean. And it's like...
Look at you shaking your head.
You know what I'm saying? But it's cool because it's like once we get there and once I see him and it's like, what's up? Then it's like, man, really, what's up?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, what's up? So, and you know, it's funny that a lot of people, like a lot of entertainers, a lot of celebrities, you know, they follow, you know, me on Instagram. I follow them back. But it's just an understanding when they get in the restaurant because they see what it is we trying to do. And they just, you know, people are, you know, in other and higher places are supporting us. And it's just amazing, man. It just really is, man. So, you know, just shout out to God for that one, man.
And it's funny that you say that because that's where I was going and you have no idea.
What?
Because you talk about higher places.
Yep.
But you have the highest who is backing you.
Yep.
Because you were recently baptized, weren't you?
Yep. I was baptized 2 Sundays ago. And that was something that I posted, you know, in my captions that I did get baptized, but me actually posting the actual baptism was a big deal for me because like once you put something like that on social media I got 121,000 people that you know that follow me, and it's like, you know, you held to a different standard now.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of stuff that you might have could get away with doing before. Yeah, people know that you're a good dude. They know that you talk about God. They know you got a good relationship with your family. But you putting something like that on social media, like it's different now.
Right.
So, and I struggled with that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I sat down and talked with my pastor about it. Man, was in tears, like talking to him, and he was just like. And I asked him, you know, because I dropped down to my knees a lot too, you know, like that's why I look at these gray sweatpants. You see how dirty they are.
Oh, I see it.
By the knees is because like I just dropped down to my knees and just thank God whenever He put it on my heart to do. And you know, I kind of stopped doing it because people was, you know, they was looking at like, look, you know, he doing it. And like I told my mom, I'm like, you know, I don't ever want this to turn into no spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Because I do this because it's on my heart to do. I don't, a lot of times I'm not even really focusing in on what's really going on around me.
Exactly.
You know, I talk to Him so much because like what He has on my shoulders is not me doing it. You know what I'm saying? By myself.
Exactly what you're talking about.
So, you know, but, you know, it's just.
He's not going to give you anything you can't handle.
He can't. He's not.
Right.
And I talked to my pastor about it, and he was like, Greg, look, this is your platform. This is what people, you know, knows you by. And he was like, you know, it's just, if that's what you want to do, you do it. He's like, because that's not nothing bad. I mean, you know, you showing God love and respect. So, you know, my pastor got me through it. And, you know, that Bible study, once I left him, I posted it on social media for the world to see. So, yeah, man, it's a blessing.
I was about to tell you that. It's a blessing that, you know, but God, I can see God's working through you.
Yeah.
You know, He gives us platforms to be able to do things, but then you were able to live, you know, what you love to do while also honoring Him at the same time. So look at that.
Right, I know.
Look at you.
I
Look at you.
I know.
You're smiling all over again.
I know.
It's such a, and you can just laugh and be grateful.
Yeah.
Right, for the blessings. But back to, I'm gonna switch back to the chicken and the fries because it's 11:25.
Right.
And I'm hungry.
Right. Me too.
And I'm like, I'm
Me
hungry.
too.
And I'm like, chicken and fries, and but you just don't do chicken and fries. You take chicken and fries. You're like,
take it to the next level.
You take it to the next level. So explain for anyone out there who has not heard of We Dat. We have people on the North Shore, people all over, and then it's not just our listening audience, our app, and worldwide. We have people from New Orleans who always click back to New Orleans and what's going on. What's up with these chicken and fries? Like everybody can make chicken and fries, but they can't make We Dat chicken and fries.
Right. Well, first of all, and
don't give your secrets.
Oh,
no, no family secrets. You're like, nah, you can't have a recipe.
To be completely honest with you, man, it ain't even no secret. Like it ain't even the food. It's the love, man.
Wow.
Like it's the love, man, and like that's what my coworkers and everybody that works with me in that restaurant understands. Like it's the love that's put into the food. It's the love before you even get to the counter. It's the love soon as you hit the front door. Like it's like you walk in and then you see this lit up artistic place that got all these murals on the wall and all these pictures of all these different people, and it's just like, and then you walk in and then you got you got good feel-good music playing, on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
like, so you dance when you eat.
So you dance when you eat, and you're feeling good, man. You listening to stuff, and you get greeted by somebody that's genuinely happy to see you. Because everything and everybody that comes in there to show love and support to us, everybody that works with me, they understand, like, this is how I'm able to put money in your pocket to take care of your family.
Right.
So it's a must that we are on top of our game every day in and day out.
Yeah,
so
we eat, sleep, and dream.
Exactly. So, and and like I said, I got a lot of people that work with me that's my family. So they understand. We understand. Like, we come from nothing. A lot of people that work there, they come from nothing. They're struggling. They've been, and I just feel like God placed us all in each other's lives to help each other.
Absolutely.
And that's just the vibe and the feeling that, I have, in that restaurant. So, the food is great. You know what I'm saying? But, we done pumped you up with so much love before you even get your food that the food can be mediocre, and you're going to think that it's the greatest because it's just so much love filled in just the whole experience. So it's not really about the food, man. It's the experience more than anything. It's an experience.
And that's what differentiates so many businesses, that you deliver an experience.
Right.
But you do deliver some, like, ranch fries.
Yeah.
That are, like, off the chain.
Off the chain,
You deliver these ranch fries. So what do you do? You just
Well, so we got
and it's different because you can say ranch fries, but when you see it, it's like a whole nother level of fries.
Yeah. It's a I like to look at myself as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I have to paint this pretty picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like time is taken into your food because presentation is everything.
Wow.
So I just, the way it looks, let me tell you something. Like I tell, my coworkers all the time, I tell them that, we not a lot of these big, we're not a big chain. So with that being said, it's like, that you see this commercial of something, and you see, how it's perfectly made and this, that, and the third, but when you go in those particular chains that it's not going to look like that.
Right.
And I try to tell, my coworkers, like, we don't have that luxury.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every plate, every customer, everybody that comes in there counts. So we can't afford for anybody to have a negative experience or have anything negative to say about us. So we got to make sure that every plate is made right, the right way every time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I put my coworkers in that same mindset. I'm like, look, like, just think about if you worked all week, and you about to come spend $10 on some food to support somebody that's trying to do something positive. Because that's why people coming. They coming because the love that people are showing me is the love that I'm putting out every day.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm getting the support. And, for people to say, oh, people, African-American people or black people don't support their own people. Says who?
Right, says who?
Says who?
Right, exactly.
Says who?
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, that's what's keeping my lights on. You know, and I just gotta be completely honest. I just gotta be completely honest with you. That's the reason why I'm even on Canal Street, because those same people was outside of that food truck in the rain, sleet, and snow.
Yeah.
You know, in all the snow, sleet, you know, not literally, but you know what I'm saying, every day.
And the heat.
In the heat.
We were out
And
in
you
the
can
heat,
say in the
yeah.
heat. In the heat.
And you were in the truck by yourself in the heat with no ventilation.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And you know, I had a young lady that started working with me too. Once I finally got some help, and it was me and her, and she's no longer with us, you know, because she wanted to follow her own dreams.
Right.
And and she does a lot of baking and a lot of stuff, and you know, I respect that. I hated that because I know, I'm like, you know, you was a part of, you know, what we was building,
right.
but you know, shout out to her though.
Yes.
You know, it hurt me, but you know, now, you know, I'm glad she did what she did, man, because we all got to spread our wings. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Stephanie Stout, man, from Mississippi, man. You got to show love, man, and praise people that was
you
there.
You never know, it could be a dessert on the menu.
You know, well, no, shout out now.
Well, what desserts do you have? Because I saw some Oreo cake, something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You do chicken and stuff, but
oh yeah.
We got 4 minutes. I need to know about.
Oh yeah, some
Oreo cake.
Well, shout out to my auntie, man. That's why I said, man, so many different people depending on me, man. My auntie Colette Monique Nicole Godfrey, man, out the 7th Ward. My auntie, she's actually a fabulous just cake maker, man. And a lot of the cakes and red velvet cakes and Oreo cakes and
I need you
all
to know
that
all
stuff
of it. When you
that
say
you
all
see
that,
on my
but we
page.
don't know. I need you to tell me.
Yeah.
Like, if you can run them down and start naming them, because we're gonna if you follow us on all of our social media platforms at TGL Radio Show, we're gonna have all of his information. But I want to make sure that they follow you as well. So how can they follow you so they can see all of this food? We can talk about it all day, but I want them to go see it and to go visit you and eat it.
1407 Canal Street. My Instagram is Wedat, WEDAT, food, FOODTRUCK with the underscore at the back. A lot of people ask me why I still have, you know, why I didn't change the tag name on my restaurant. I mean, to We That Chicken and Shrimp on Instagram. I'm like, you know, that We That Food Trucks always keeps me grounded because it always brings me back to a place where I was broke down on my knees, physically, spiritually, and mentally, praying to God, why did I invest in that truck? So every time I post something, I give somebody my Instagram name or something, like it always reminds me and humbles me in my mind. So yeah, man. So, but yeah, follow my auntie, man, Colette Monique on Instagram, man. She got all the cakes you need. Cakes made, cupcakes, whatever, red velvet, Oreo cakes, whatever, man, wedding cake, whatever.
I saw the Oreo. I was like, oh, chicken fries. I want the shrimp wrap.
Come on, got the shrimp wraps,
I want
catfish.
The Oreo cake. I saw the catfish too.
Catfish.
I was like, oh, I might want a catfish wrap. And then
look, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay, look at Lee. You hungry too, Lee, aren't you? You know, he's like, yeah, I'm hungry.
But yeah, man, we serve catfish, we serve fried shrimp, we serve wings, we serve shrimp wraps. You know what I'm saying? We about to expand the menu.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come back and tell us, or you can tell us today?
Well, I mean,
you come back and tell us.
I come back and tell. I'll tell you, man. I'm looking into getting into the chicken finger game. So, I know it's a lot of kids that always come there, parents come there with their kids, and
look at them on the other side of the glass. They all like, ooh. Well, my son, because he's a chicken finger freak.
Yeah,
we're all about it.
So I'm about to get into the chicken finger game too, man. So
oh Lord,
yeah,
take it over. But that's what we're supposed to do.
Come on.
And when you're learning, and you've learned from such huge industries, but what you're doing is you're taking that knowledge and you're bringing it back.
Yep.
And that's what the good life is about. It's about opening your minds, living different in the world. So before I let you go, what does the good life look like to you?
The good life?
Mm-hmm.
My mama bills paid.
Wow.
That's the good life. My mama not stressing, my mama not crying, my family not stressing, my family not crying, they not worrying about this, worrying about that. That's the good life. It ain't materialistic things for me, man. It's putting smiles on people's faces. You know, that's it. I got my whole family on my back.
Yeah.
You know, and God got all of us on His back.
I was about to say, exactly.
So,
you're right. You're giving me
so
chills
we good.
right now.
Oh man, we good, baby. You know, we good, man. That's the good life to me. That's, being with my family, happy, smiling, being around good people that genuinely care about me, getting calls from people that genuinely care about me. that's what makes me feel good. You know, having people, you know, see me on the streets and tell me, young brothers stop me in the streets, young African American black men, you know, 15 and up, you know, young boys, 13, 8, you know, like they proud of me. Like, you ever had, you know, I'm sure it's a lot of, you know, African American fathers that have sons, and I'm sure, you know, if your son, when your son or your daughter look at you and they say that they proud of you, I know that just make you just float. You know, it just makes you float, and it just makes you feel so good inside. And I just get that love from the youth all day long. And that's the good life to me.
Absolutely.
Because it's young people recognizing what I'm doing and seeing the lane that I'm taking and saying, you know what, this is what's been presented to me on TV so long, but look what this brother is doing. This is what I want to do. I want to be a businessman.
Wow.
I want to open up a business, and this is what they doing, man. Entrepreneurship is at an all-time high.
Absolutely.
Across the country. Across the country, man, you got the power on your phone.
On your phone. That's it. That's all it's
You
about.
got
There
the
are more
power.
people who have a smartphone than a toothbrush in the world. That should tell you something.
Yes. You got the power on your phone. Man, even if social media made me pay, I'm paying for it.
Right.
I need that, and it's free.
Right.
It's free. It's free, and you just got to utilize the tools that God has blessed us with. Like back in the day, you know, I just think about it like companies, these big corporations, these big companies like Coca-Cola, like Pepsi, and, you know, all these Frito-Lay, these people, it was word of mouth, and it was commercials, and they did billboards. Man, now people know about you, man, in the blink of an eye, man. Shout out to my brother Nick and Dan, man. You know, the We Live, you know, my brothers, man. You know, they had a video that they did, you know, in the restaurant that went viral, man. Over 20 million people saw that.
Wow.
That video only been on the internet for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
If not even that long, man. Over 20 million people seen that. So you telling me 20 million people know about We That?
Right. Right.
That's what you saying to me? Just like that? Just a minute video? Like, that's God, man. That's a blessing. People don't understand. People take for granted the things that they got, man. Not me, bro. Not me.
And look, I have to go pull this up from the other day that Lee had, because this is his favorite. This is his favorite quote, and so I'm going to read it on our way out. Romans 28 is one of my favorites too. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good for those who are called according to His purpose. And you are absolutely called.
Amen.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Tillery of We Dat Chicken and Shrimp, was
Yes,
formerly
indeed.
Food Truck, and he never forgets.
Never
So I want to
forget.
thank you so much, and I know we're going to stick around because I'm going to talk to you in a minute.
All right.
But I know I hear this Jazz Fest music that's going on out there, so it is Jazz Fest time. I'm going to take a quick break, and I know you're hungry, so I'm going to tell you everything that you're going to eat if you're not at We Dat.
Yep.
If you happen to be at Jazz Fest, you could eat that.
Yep.
But if not, you're going to eat We Dat for lunch. This is a good life, y'all. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
That's it?
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Well, you're not
It's
going
not-
anywhere.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere?
Yeah,
Oh,
all right.
okay.
You can't go anywhere. Well, can you record that? Yeah, Lee's going to go record that. Are you going to write it for him? Or Ron can? Either one of y'all. Yeah, look, he's like, you're going to put me to work.
Jazz Fest is definitely full swing.
I know, like, he's gonna do a drop because he was like, oh, I heard Mark Morial. He said he'll do a drop like that. You can write it so you read it. We'll give you these, bro. You're living the good life with Eileen Carter. Weekdays at 11 a.m. Or actually, don't put a time because it may be changing time. So just whatever, and his name and his company. So you know. You know what to do.
Wait, the interview done?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna take you.
All right, and you want to do a drop?
this way?
All right, I get all my stuff.
But you still can, because we're gonna
All
take it
right.
out 15 minutes after that.
All right, Duran, did you talk to her?
Thank you so much for tuning in. That was an amazing interview. I was so excited to have him in here. We're going to do a quick switch. We're talking about food today. It's Free Spirit Friday. If you're hungry, today is the day to tune into The Good Life, because we have Jazz Fest Friday. Let me pull it up. I know y'all know what to eat at Jazz Fest, but maybe there's somebody new who just hasn't been to Jazz Fest. I don't know who that is, but there are people come from all over the world. So we're gonna go through some of the food areas and tell you exactly what you can eat and where, so you can set a plan. You know how you set a plan and you go and you look. I'm looking at the schedule right now. You know how you set a plan and you're like, okay, this is where we go. Yeah, I got the Jazz Fest set up right here in the studio. So we want to make sure that you have a plan for food too. Maybe like lunch, snack, dinner, snack, whatever it is, stuff that I'm gonna take home with me, pralines, whatever it is. I'm gonna let you know where you can get it and those good snacks. So, and also, while we're listening to the commercial, this is Rachel Johnson. Make sure we vote tomorrow. Vote tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day. There is one election on the ballot. It is for judge. It is. We want to make sure that we get out the vote in our community because it's the good life. Oh. Are y'all excited? I am. There's Rachel. There we go.
Years of experience as a social worker and a lawyer have prepared me to serve you as judge of civil district.
Y'all, I'm looking at this food. Good golly gee.
Supporting me on Saturday, April 29th. Thank you. Paid for by the committee to elect Rachel Johnson judge.
The House of Blues proudly presents Urban Mayfield's Best After Party with special appearances by American Idol's Haley Reinhardt, local legend Kermit Ruffin, New Orleans street funk band Flotra, and many more. It all happens Sunday, May 7th at the world-famous House of Blues, located at 225 Decatur Street. Tickets are available online at HOB.com and at Ticketmaster.
Y'all, are y'all hungry? It's 11:41. It is about that time. We are going to go eat at We That Chicken today. I don't know about y'all. That's what I'm eating.
It's Urban Mayfield's Best After Party.
Louisiana Economic Development offers special business tools you can use to start and grow your business. The Small and
I want to
Emerging
get
Business Development
the
Program provides the managerial and
We
technical
That
assistance
address
needed to
so I can
grow
give it to you
and
one more
sustain a small
time.
business. The program assists with entrepreneurial training, marketing, computer skills, accounting, business
1407. There we go. 1407 Canal Street. Wanted to make sure I gave out the right address. 1407 Canal Street. The one in Gentilly will be opening soon. When it does, I will let you know right here on The Good Life.
Small Business Development Management Institute at
1407.
504-284-5512 or 284-5514.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Busted and disgusted, in need of a life-changing, soul-saving experience. Join me, Father Anthony M. Bozeman, SSJ, and the Faith Family of St. Raymond.
Good morning, how are you? Oh, Brother Shaq, Tillman, Duana, what's up? Ashley, Sid, Simi, Henry, Ayana, Micah, Calvin. Oh, they are telling me I have 30 seconds before I go back on.
You're now listening to the radio station that's keeping it real.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
It's 1:30 a.m. where it's real talk for real time.
Doo-doo-doo. I was hot. Now I'm. What's told me at the beginning? I was hot. Here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Free Spirit Friday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. But in case you do miss it, you really don't ever have to. We are live on Facebook actually right now. So if you want to see what goes on in the studio, you can just press right there, click right there, and you can see what goes on right now. And if you ever want to see a show, see what you missed, you can always follow us on our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, that is The Good Life Radio Show Eileen Carter, The Good Life Radio Show Eileen Carter. And if that doesn't work, which I know it does, Spreaker.com. Actually, we record all of our shows and place them on there. And if you're on all of our social media platforms, that's at TGL Radio Show on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. On Facebook or Twitter, we also create a link for all of our shows. So yesterday I went back and I updated all of our shows on there. So if you've missed a show this week, we've had an amazing week, this is a really week that you want to listen to, make sure you follow us there. I want to thank Greg Tillery of We Dat Chicken and Shrimp, formerly We Dat Food Truck, because he never likes to forget where he came from. He's a 7th Ward native. He had a dream. He started out in his food truck all by himself. He has moved into a storefront, and he does it with the food, family, and faith. With God, he's put everything on his back, as he's on his shoulders, and he is helping his family, and they're all moving forward, and they are all growing. So shout out to him. You want to make sure you visit and support We Dat Chicken and Shrimp right there at 1407 Canal Street. 1407 Canal Street. And let's just say you can't get there. He's on Uber Eats as well. So make sure you support those who support us. And he doesn't just support us with feeding us, he supports the youth of our community as well. So we want to make sure that we support Greg Tillery of We Dat Chicken and Shrimp. That's at 1407 Canal Street. Now, we have a very special segment for you right now. We have Jazz Fest Fridays, and during Jazz Fest Friday, this Friday and next Friday, we will have a special segment kind of letting you know what to eat, what art, what music. Well, today is food, because I know you're hungry. We've been talking about chicken and shrimp and ranch fries and Oreo cake and red velvet cake. So I already know that you're hungry and your mouth is watering. So let's just say you are going to Jazz Fest and you may not be able to get to We Dat today. I have a list of everything that is offered at Jazz Fest. Yes, and I'm reading it like, oh my gosh. So here's what to eat at the Jazz Fest. And I even have it broken down by food areas, y'all. You know, New Orleans Jazz Fest boasts an annual lineup of food that rivals many festivals in southern Louisiana and actually the world. It's a diverse menu from over more than 70 food vendors that tempt seafood lovers, carnivores, and vegetarians. There is something for everyone. So if you've got a sweet tooth, if you want something savory, if you want something salty, if you want anything, Jazz Fest is the place for you. It's running from today. Y'all, Jazz Fest starts today, April 28th, to Sunday, May 4th through May 7th at the New Orleans Fairgrounds, which is actually right next door. I hear a second line while I'm having this, while I'm on air right now, I hear a second line going on outdoors. It was actually amazing to come down here because, you know, we're maneuvering traffic, but it was so wonderful to see the vibe of the city and everything that's going down. So we want to make sure that you eat and eat well. So with Food Area 1, I'm going to tell you where it is. This line of booths parallels the grandstand. It draws long lines at lunchtime and dinner times and actually all day. But if you're deterred, you want to, the experienced vendors keep things moving. So the lines may look long, but they really do go very quickly. So in this first area, which is Food Area 1, you can find smoky bacon collard greens. And y'all, I love my greens. I love my greens. Smoky bacon collard greens. You can find Italian chicken sausage gumbo, and that is from Vaucresson. And actually, the smoking bacon collard greens is from Squeal Smoke Street Catering. That's Squeal Smoke Street Catering. And the Italian chicken sausage po' boy and the crawfish sausage po' boy. Yeah, you heard that right. An Italian chicken sausage po' boy and a crawfish sausage po' boy is at Vaucresson. So Vaucresson is in the building. We want to make sure that we support them at Jazz Fest. They will have Cajun jambalaya and fried chicken combo. Y'all know the spot when you first go in. That's Aiden's first stop. Every time we go to Jazz Fest, their fried chicken. I don't know what about it is, but he don't like it from everywhere, but he eats it from there. And that is from Catering Unlimited. Catering Unlimited. They also have seafood au gratin, spinach artichoke casserole, sweet potato penne, and they have a combo plate of that of all three, and that is 10 Talents Catering. And all of this is at Food Area Number 1. Food Area Number 1. They also have red beans and rice with sausage from Burks and Douglas. They have Creole stuffed crab with potato salad, catfish almondine with potato salad. You can just get potato salad by yourself, of a combination of all three. That is some stuff happening event catering. That is stuff happening event catering. Y'all, I am so hungry reading this. I just don't know what to do. But I'm going to keep going just for y'all. Crawfish remoulade, shrimp and crab meat ravigot. That is Papa 90 Catering. Papa 90 Catering. They have the cochon de lait po' boy. That is one of my favorites. It is none other than love at first bite, and it literally is. I have wrapped one up and taken one home with me one year, actually. There's a fried oyster spinach salad. It is divine. Fried oyster spinach salad. They also have a fried pork chop sandwich. That is one of my sister's favorite. We do not leave Jazz Fest without Miss Linda's Catering. That is Miss Linda's Catering and her fried pork chop sandwich. Y'all know exactly what it is. It's on a bunny bread. It's like one of like New Orleans kind of basic, but the best. And this is one of the favorites that has gone on in so many families all over the world. Mango Freeze. WWOZ Radio is hosting the Mango Freeze booth. Y'all know where it is. It's actually in multiple locations because it is so popular. It is the Mango Freeze. You know, they call this one of the greatest palate cleansers. Enjoy it between courses or anytime. It's a great way to cool down because it's icy and it's not too sweet. That is the Mango Freeze, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The other major food area, you can find these booths in line on your way to the Acura stage. You know, it's horizontal, so you can find this right on your way to the Acura stage. It's food area number 2. Food area number 2 for all of the regular Jazz Fest goers. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But for all you new ones, it is horizontal on your way to the Acura stage. And this is what you can find there. Fried soft shell crab po' boy, that is Galley Seafood Restaurant. You can find a pheasant, quail, and andouille gumbo, and crawfish enchiladas. Yes, I said that, from Prejean's Restaurant. Crab stick and cucumber salad, and seaweed and cucumber salad. Oh my gosh. That's Asian Cajun. Delicious. I'm like, oh. Who wants to read all this food and I can't go eat it yet? How much time I got on air? Just joking. Grilled chicken livers with pepper jelly and crispy chicken wings. Y'all, that is a Praline Connection. You know they do it right. Praline Connection tops its grilled livers with clear pepper jelly sauce. And you get a full-size chicken wings, and they are fried crispy just for you. So we want to make sure we go out there and support the Praline Connection. You can also find at Jamala's Cafe spinach, crawfish, and zucchini bisque. Spinach, crawfish, and zucchini bisque. They have lemon ice. Y'all, Angelo Bocados is going to be out there. Who doesn't love Bocados? They're going to have lemon ice out there, so make sure you go out there. That's another option if you're getting a little overheated. You can also find the Creole stuffed bread. That is the Creole's Lunch House. It's a handheld food that is a great option while you're moving around from stage to stage. You can get the Creole stuffed bread. And this is one of my favorites. I don't know if I should say it's one of my favorites, but it absolutely is. I do not leave Jazz Fest without getting it. Cracklins. I love me some cracklins. So Fatty's cracklins. So bad for you, but so very good. These cracklins have generous strips of pork attached, and they are perfectly deep fried, so they are super crunchy. Share a bag or two. I know I always get a bag and stick in my purse, and I was like, oh, I'm going to take these home, but I always end up eating them. Kind of just is what it is. Now, one of our favorite spots. I know it's one of your favorite spots because, you know, you get your chair, and that's where you post up, and that's at Congo Square. So these are the food booths that you can find around Congo Square. And don't forget, Jazz Fest is opening today. So you can find the Jama Jama and fried plantains. You know, vegetarians take note. Get the heaping portion of sauteed spinach with not too sweet and crispy around the edges fried plantains. So that is Jama Jama and fried plantains. Get it right there. It's by the food booth around Congo Square. You can always get couscous with yogurt sauce, and that is Gambian Foods. They said that we've had trouble getting folks to try this sweet yogurt mix with couscous, but once you try it, you will absolutely never veer. So make sure you hit up that spot. Ooh, and here's one, y'all. Sweet potato turnovers. Marie sugar dumplings. Sweet potato turnovers. All of the pies here are good, but this turnover is excellent. It's a buttery, flaky crust wrapped around a well-seasoned sweet potato filling. Lee, I'm hungry. It is Jazz Fest Friday. We are talking about everything food, so I want to make sure that you get in all of these things that are at Jazz Fest. And these are foods that are around the Congo Square area. So I'm going to give you one more square before we're out today. This is Heritage Square. And Heritage Square food booths are nestled between the jazz and the blues tents. I know we're at Congo Square. I know we're in the Heritage Square area, so I wanted to give you those food booths as well. So this is Heritage Square, which is around the jazz and the blues tents. So over there, you can find the frozen cafe au lait and beignets from Cafe Du Monde. You can also find one of our greatest partners, and y'all all know this, Lil Dizzy's. Lil Dizzy's will be out there with trout baquet. That is actually one of my favorite dishes there, and they are going to be at Jazz Fest, trout baquet. So they say sit down and enjoy this dish. The trout fillet cooked with a generous helping of butter and Louisiana crab meat. Be ready to digest trout baquet. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, this is one of my other favorites, and if you listen to The Good Life, you already know Boone. It's a vermicelli, and it is, they said if it gets hot outside, this is your to-go-to dish. The vermicelli, lettuce, and vegetables topped with strips of beef, shrimp, or tofu, so they can work it out to your palate. just make sure you go. It is absolutely delicious. If you've never tasted, I encourage you to try something new at Jazz Fest. Boone is one of my favorite dishes, and so I encourage you to try it. And this is by the Heritage Square in between Jazz and Blues Tent. And last but not least, they have the meaty white beans by Down Home Creole Cooking. You know, vegetarians stay clear. These white beans have meat in them. So I just want to like open your mind and let you know I don't like to be putting anybody in position. So we talked about the foods at Heritage Square, Congo Square, area Food 1 and 2. So thank you, Jazz Fest, for all that you do. We're going to have a Jazz Fest Friday segment this week, and next week we'll be talking about the performers next week. Jazz Fest is here. I can't believe it. We've been talking about it. I'm really excited. But before we go, I really just do want to thank Greg Tillery from from Weedat's Shrimp and Chicken and Shrimp. Weedat's Chicken and Shrimp for being here. He started, because, you know, I was about to say the food truck, and I just got tongue-tied. He started out in a food truck, and he has grown to his first location at 1407 Canal Street. 1407 Canal Street. Make sure you follow him on all of his social media platforms. That's Weedat Food Truck, and there's an underscore behind it. Open your mind to living differently in the world. But most importantly, tomorrow is Election Day. We want to make sure that we really get out the vote, and I'm going to be really honest. When we come down to, you know, percentages, there's another area of the city. Uptown usually have a larger percentage than ours. Let's be a little competitive this year. Let's see which area of the city can have the highest turnout. Let's make it a little bit more even. Open your mind to living differently in the world and get out to vote. And I would please consider voting for my cousin Rachel Johnson. She is on the ballot. It is really the only election on the ballot. This is a good life, y'all. It's Free Spirit Friday, and I'm out. Yeah! I got it all out today.
Small businesses play an important role in society.
Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. We had an amazing show. I want to thank Greg for being here and all that he does for the youth. He's really making a difference in the community. And I would, if you're ever in New Orleans, if you're not here, please make sure that you go support him. Go eat at Weedat's and share your story and tell him that you heard him right here on The Good Life, because that's what's up. After the show, I'm going to post, you know, all of his information, all of his locations, and, you know, his social media, so you can follow him and see the food. I don't even have to talk about it. Once you see it, you're going to want to go try it for yourself. So it's Weedat Chicken and Shrimp. Weedat Chicken and Shrimp. And he told you right here on The Good Life, he didn't tell anywhere else, that he is going to be having chicken fingers soon. Can you believe it? Yes. Open your mind. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm out.